All right, we're gonna pull the new one of these off the flight controller and see what happens. So off the 3D printer and see what happens. Let's go get it, because it's been printed and I'm sure we'll just pop right off. Okay, we have to move. So what we've done is we have done this modification in Fusion 360, and here is the modified part right there. So let's see if it works. Okay, yes, let's see if it works. Okay, so we have it here. Let's first just see if it goes in, because we did alter the depth of this groove. Oh, it's perfect. I think it's going to be perfect. I think the only thing is we probably gave it too much room for the SD card to pop up. So let's put the SD card in. Yes. Goes in just like this. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That is perfect. Let's switch to the other camera. That camera's shit. It's all out of whack. There we go. That is nice. That is nice. I'm going to put on my other glasses here and see. I didn't do the live stream. I have it recorded of me talking my way through doing that, but can you see? Is it focusing? That's what we want. That's exactly what we want. Okay, we are ready to program this card and change the SD card. We're not going to use that SD card in there. That one is full anyway. I have to find the little box for it. Okay. So let's get this plugged into our, there it is right there, our computer, and see what we've done with the flight controller software, if anything. So this old design, we don't need that anymore. And let's switch to the document camera. Okay. And then we'll go here. All right, so now we're going to see if we can plug this in and it'll work without me rebooting, because I've just rebooted. COM7, it should connect. Yes, it does. So, I believe we've done all the things for it and everything. Yeah, look at that. Hardware health, calibrated. So let's do just a version 2.4.0. And And let us disconnect. Oh, let's do a diff. Reset configuration. Okay, that's the diff all. What do I need to do? We're going to highlight all this. And we're going to go to our text editor. Minimize those. And we've got a lot of diff all. What is this one? C1 Chaser 2.5.1. So we're going to make a new file. Paste. Save as. Ranger 2000. This should really be on the network drive. And then we're going to do, let me just see how I named. I did it like that. 2.4. 2.4, I think. That's it. Diff all. Should really be iNav. Okay, so now that is way old. So now let's go and look and see if I did all the modes and things. Modes. It's going to reboot. No, I haven't done anything. I haven't set this up at all. I've calibrated it. So I'll have to redo that. Okay, so let's do the firmware flasher. See if we can get ourselves to do that. Firmware flasher. And we're going to choose a board. And what was our board? It was the F722SE. This one right here. And it's 2.5.2. Okay, so we're going to do full chip erase. And that's what we're going to do, load firmware. We'll move that up there. Okay, I think it's loaded, so now we can flash it. Are we ready? Are we ready? Let's do it. So we're going to flash it. It's erasing. We can see it's Can we see its lights going? I guess we can't really. But it does say flashing. Now we're going to reboot. And I saw some lights. I see some lights. See some lights there. So let's go back to this and connect. Oh, it's not going to connect. Let's unplug it. Oh, it won't work now. Shit. This computer is so flaky with these fucking flight controller boards. Oh, here we go. Airplane. Okay, look at that. That's a new thing. That's new for iNav for me. Now it's not going to work again. So now we're going to unplug it again. Plug it in again. See if we can do it. No. This is so typical of my Windows situation with this computer, and it's the main computer that I'm going to be using for this kind of stuff. So it just sucks that the serial ports or the COM ports or whatever you want to say, yeah, it won't work. It won't work until I reboot the whole motherfucking thing. Yep. Thanks, Windows. This is every time, all the time, with this computer and iNav. So I wish I knew what rebooting did so I could actually reboot it. In the meantime, let's get a new tab and see if there's a new configurator. Okay. This one. Configurator. Where's the releases button? Get it. Didn't there used to be like a release page? Two 2.5.0, okay, that's what I'm using. 2.5 families. Do not restore a full diff. See? We're just going to do it by hand. There wasn't anything in there anyway. Alright. We're going to try one more time. Shit. Let's change it to COM1. Connect. What is COM1? No. Yeah. I wish whatever happens in a reboot, there's got to be some manual way to do it. But Windows is such a fucked up operating system that there's just... Alright. Doesn't really matter anyway. Stand by, one concurrent viewer. Stand by. We're back. Throngs of viewers out there in TV land. We are back. That's funny. I'm having some Reese's Pieces to drown my sorrows in. All right. Here we go. Oh, the dogs. See another dog. Let's plug it in and see if we can get this thing to work. There we go. The magic reboot worked. So, now that we're back connected to the flight controller, we must see, we need to calibrate the accelerometer. So fortunately, our USB cord is long enough to go at least to over here. Okay, so we're going to do this. So we're going to calibrate the let's see, maybe we can swing this around. And then we can have a, let's do something here. So what we're going to do is try to make a view with this and this. So what do we have? Let's switch it. Dazzle. Okay, so this one we're going to add the dazzle just temporarily. What is it? Video capture device, add existing dazzle. Okay. We'll put that over here. Okay, that's what we'll do. There we go. Okay, so first we're going to hold it flat. We're going to say Calibrate Accelerometer. Okay? And then we say okay to that. So for each one of these, it doesn't matter which order you do it in. But this will be step one, this one. And then we might as well try to follow the order, but it doesn't really matter, folks. Just do it in whatever order you like. And then I'm going to do it again. And then we're going to put it on its side. Do it on this side, and then I think the only side left is this side with the SD card. somehow we've lost this one. How is that possible? Okay, now we're finished. So now we're going to save and reboot. Okay, we have succeeded in calibrating the accelerometer. Oh wow, there's people actually talking in my chat. Oh my gosh, I'm so honored. How are you? You're the iNav dude. You can also load back your previous calibration if you made a backup. I did not know that. I did make a backup, but I'm really starting this from scratch. I thought I had programmed it. So what I'm doing is making this for a Ranger 2000. So it is a new setup, brand new setup. So next we're going to do the mixer. And we are doing an airplane, standard airplane with one motor. And yeah, this is probably my 5th iNav setup, so I'm by no means know what I'm doing. But yes, I try to go in order at least a little bit here. So for the Ranger 2000, of course, we have this basic setup and just one motor. So I'm going to load and apply. And it does have flaps. I should have said flaps. Okay, save and reboot. We're going to have to fix that. The tune will be tricky to get the initial setup. Well, so that's why I'm such a newbie. I've actually never even tuned an iNav. Okay, so I tried to do an auto tune recently on my Arrow, my FT Arrow iNav setup, and the tune went terribly. It flew much better beforehand, before I did the tune. And there was no wind. It was a perfect day. So I need to manually tune it is what I need to do. And learn. Okay, so we're going to say has flaps. And then load and apply. Let's do it now. Save and reboot. And then I can delete that second motor. Oh, I should have done that first, shouldn't I have? So we don't need this one. It's a one motor setup. Save and reboot. Okay, and since, like I said, I am quite a newbie, so I do usually write down the channels to make sure that I'm going to solder them up properly. And I'm actually working on a database software to keep track of all these. So that's good enough. We're going to do stabilize roll. So 3 and 4, that's left and right. 3 is left aileron, 4 is right aileron. And what about my rudder? Is 5 is rudder. And 6 or 2 is the elevator. Piff tune is actually easy. Okay, so I've definitely flown my Arrow. What I have to say about iNav is that it is amazing because my FT Arrow, I don't know, this little piece of crap plane here, can't get it in the webcam. This thing flies great on a stock tune. It's a brick, it's a flying brick, and it still flies great. It flies navigation modes perfectly. As soon as I got the board alignment, put a few degrees, I think 3 degrees pitch up on the board, flew perfectly. It just flies perfectly. It's a nice little plane. and it's a beater too. You can crash it and who cares, right? Okay, so I'm going to save and reboot this one more time because I'm not sure I saved and rebooted it. And I wrote down all those things. So next we're going to go to outputs. Well, wait, let me just make sure. Yeah, I did have, yeah, of course, motors on one. So I don't have any fancy ESCs, just a standard ESC. And we'll enable that, and that's it. We're not testing motors or anything yet because we haven't even soldered the board. So what I do is I usually set up the whole software while so let's say I took a new board out of its package, which is basically what I've done. And then I designed the 3D printed mount that I was just working on. And then I put the software on it, no presets. Okay, so ports. Here we go. And so this is where I usually have to go to the Matek site and make sure that I'm doing things right. And look at their, they have a really good website, of course. F722Wing. So yeah, this is the best place to find out how to figure it out. Of course, you know that. Anyway, I'm going to look at the wiring guide here and make sure that I've got everything the way I want it. So I've got the GPS. The GPS is going to be on TX3, UART3, peripherals, sensors, GPS. And then I'm going to have the VTX, probably smart audio on, do they put it on UART4? How do they do it? What do they do? I like that arrow a lot because I designed the pod in the middle myself, and it was one of my first 3D printed design projects that I didn't download off the internet and just got it on, just did it on Fusion 360. Look at 722WPX. So that replaces this board here, right? I'm pretty sure it does. And I have looked at that. I was looking at that. I've had this. I tend to buy things and then sometimes they sit in my bin for like sometimes months before I actually get to working on the actual flight controller. I buy in advance. Takes me time to get all the parts together, whatever. So, okay, airspeed. What do we do in airspeed? Oh, that has its own UART. Okay, how do they do the ports though? How do they do the port? Oh, here's where the ports are. Okay. So GPS, and we're doing telemetry. Smart port is on UART6. Okay, we'll do that then. And then we'll do UART4 will be smart audio. Okay, save and reboot that. Okay, and then my configuration. I have a special configuration. Not special, it's just special that I did it myself. And then I actually have to look at my reference list to look at it. Oh, not configuration, modes. I'm thinking modes, not to modes yet. Uh-oh, where's my list of modes? I'm gonna have to find it. Not here. Uh-oh. Okay, so do I do all this right? Current sensor 250. Right here, we got to do that. 250 it says. I'm surprised that isn't in the target for this. Okay. And video switcher. Yeah. Okay, so we've got 0. Okay. That's good. Board alignment, we're going to pitch it up about 4 or 5 degrees. We'll start off with 4. Is that all right? I'm going to do 4. U-blocks, GPS, craft name, sure, 2000. Let's say 2K. VTX. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, it's always on at race band. I'm on race band 3. Our group has our own. We have pre-set up, so all of our craft are set up on our channels. So the other guys I fly with are on race 5 and race 7, I think, and I'm on race 3. Okay, stop motors, yes. Telemetry output, yes. Yes, we're going to have LEDs. No, we're not going to do that. Yes, we have black box. Enable motor, yes. OSD, yes. Permanently air mode, yes. Enable launch mode. Now, I permanently enable launch mode, and I've found I just love iNav's launch mode. It's just chuck it in the air. And just turn it on, get it GPS aligned, and chuck the thing in the air, and that's how I have it set up. No, arm it, throw the throttle up, chuck it in the air. Okay. Profile selection. I've never used this, but I suppose I need to learn how. Throttle voltage, don't use that. Automatic battery, don't use that. Battery capacity. This is going to have a 3300 4-cell. Remaining percentage. I don't want percentage. Okay, percentage. I want... Oh, I don't think I want the warnings on that. Never mind. Okay, here's what I'm looking for. Minimum cell. Maximum cell. Cell warning 3.5. Voltage scale. Do they have a voltage scale over here? Do they tell me what it is? Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, okay. So, no. Okay. I think we're going to leave it like that for now. Dead band, 1406. Reversible motors, blah. Don't do that. We don't do that. Okay, I think we can do this too. Let's get rid of that. Delete that. Yes, and then we're going to 7 back there. Okay. I know how to work this sometimes. All right, well, let's move on to the next thing. We saved and reboot. Failsafe. Failsafe is going to be return to home. And then failsafe settings. Is there a... Oh, this is failsafe settings. Land. I do not want it to land. Okay, PID tuning. We're going to leave that alone. Discussion about that. I'm a newbie. I have not PID tuned. I have not tuned a single iNav plane that I have. So I've made 3 wings, 3 iNav wings, and 1 iNav twin explorer kind of thing, flight test thing, but heavily modified. Programming receiver. Okay, so this we can't do until we get all this, except I know it's going to be TAER. So we'll save that. Receiver type is going to be serial, yes, S-bus, serial ported. Okay, save and reboot all of that. Oh, I forgot to save and reboot failsafe settings. Thank you. I'm an idiot. Sometimes I am. I do that all the time too. Yep, sure did. Sure enough. Save and reboot. Sure enough. Okay. So modes, back to modes. Okay, so here's where I have my predefined modes, and I can't find my list. Where is it? Oh dear. Ah, here it is. So here's what I do. I'm just going to do it. Okay, add range. So channel 5 is 1300 to, of course, I have a certain programming on the Tyrannus too to match this. 1300 to 2100, that's ARM. Then horizon, I don't use angle, I use horizon. That's channel 6, and that's going to be 1250 to 1450. 1450. Okay, and then the next mode is Nav Alt Hold. Nav Alt Hold. And that one is channel 6 also. Channel 6 is 1550 to 1875. 1875. I know there's something on the Facebook group with all these modes and stuff figured out, and I had done this way before that was all published there, and I haven't even tried that stuff yet, but this is how I like to do it. Same mode settings. Yeah, I do. I use the same moding settings on all my iNav planes so far, and that way I don't have to remember all these different switches for different planes. Yeah, and so it's like some wings have the I use the same model setting for all my iNav wings, for example, even though some of them have pan tilt and some of them don't on the Tyrannus. And then I use the same mode settings in iNav for all those too. And then the pan tilt channels are there, and if they're used, they're used. They're not, they're not. But save a template from the CLI, then you can just copy and paste them. Oh, like so. If I went to VS Code. Okay, so if I go and open, where is that? My iNav stuff. So let's look at this file here. This is from the, I think it's from the C1 Chaser. But maybe this is before. Oh, so these are my modes. Well, those aren't exactly right. That one's, oh yeah, 1300, 2100. These modes, this is what you're talking about? Yeah, I see. Same for OSD. Oh, this too, huh? Right there. So even between, so between iNav, oh, well, this is 2.5, so that'll work. Yeah, these are the OSD and these are the aux. Yep, got it. So right now, let's look at this, 1700, 2100. I could just paste this in right now into the CLI. Let's do that and try it. Control C, learning new iNav stuff on the fly. Thank you. So let's not even save this. And let's go to the CLI. Yes, copy the full block. Yeah, let's try it. We'll just do that and then enter and then save. So those were from my C1 Chaser, but like I said, they're all the same, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so now we're reconnected and we go to modes and we can see all of our modes. Oh, wow, that is sweet. I mean, I should have known that. I've saved the CLI, obviously, for reasons. So all my alternate OSDs are in there. The camera switcher. I think the camera switcher is still on user 1. Camera switcher. User 1. Yeah. Sort of how I have it there. Okay. Yep, these are all my modes. So I have a light switch. I have this one is channel 7. This one's really going to be for mission when I finally do a mission. But of course I want to learn the trimming and the tuning and stuff. So this is the switch for auto trim, and I need to really program it so I can do auto tune and auto trim. I thought I had it auto tune. Interesting. That's different. I'm going to change this. I'm going to delete this one and put it on that one. Yeah, I'm going to change it to 1875 2100 on auto tune. Channel 7. 1875. Save it like that. So that's I probably meant to do it. I've switched it on some planes and not others. So they're not all exactly the same, I guess. Okay, EEPROM saved. So now let's try the OSD. OSD, so let's go back here. Let's get this OSD layout. Oh, this one doesn't have all the alternate OSD layouts. So what I need to do is plug in my arrow and get it from that. But we'll start with this just for fun. Copy that. And then let's go back to our CLI. And then I'll read the comments in a second here. Let's enter all that. And then save. And then let's go to OSD. Oh, yep, that looks like my thing, except I usually do this to NTSC. I know everybody tells me to switch to PAL. It's got more space and more lines. Okay. Makes config very easy. It sure in the hell does. Yeah. It won't work from 2.4. 2.5 and onwards, it will work. Okay, well we went for we were copying from a 2.5 diff, and it definitely is working. Definitely is working. Some OSD stuff probably, like the warnings and the, yeah, I'm sure there's other stuff, right? There's probably other stuff. But let's check this stuff out. Let's check out. So the warnings are what throws me off. I don't like all the flashing and all that. I guess that's what the warnings are supposed to do, but okay, yeah. Where's the maximum borrow temperature? Let's turn that up. Oh, that's good. Okay. All right. We're going to save all that. And yeah, it does. It looks like I even have the font uploaded, or, well, who knows? I probably have to manually do that, even though it shows up on the screen. We'll store all the, like, warnings, sidebar assignments, and so on. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so we've got the modes. We've got the OSD, and we haven't done any soldering yet, so we got to wait on that. GPS, let's see what's in here. We don't have that hooked up. Mission control, don't have that. I do have some missions saved. I wonder, can you load a mission from a real file on your hard drive? Yeah, you can. I'm going to show you my first mission that I'm going to try to fly. Let's see. Mission. Big blue loop. Well, let's do the little blue loop. That's the first one I'm going to try. So this is our flying field. It's showing up on the map here. Something like that. That is the first mission. I have never flown a mission yet, but that's what I'm going to fly. So that way I don't have to go too far to catch it if it goes crazy, I hope. Anyway. Filter settings. Okay. Filter settings. What am I supposed to look in the filter settings? Well, I know what I should copy is my auto launch settings. I wonder if they're in here. Nav, launch. I definitely change a few of those. Does that have to, there, where, no, I don't see them. Interesting. So the nav launch, you have to change by hand, of course. Here, where is it? No, 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 no. No, I don't see it. The ones I usually change are, let's see, get, FW, is it nav? Oh, shit. What is it called? Nav FW. Nav FW launch, right? So I usually change, okay, so the first thing I change is, where are those? Motor delay. I change that to 50. Okay, so set nav FW launch motor delay equals 50. Okay, then I also do the timeout for 15 seconds. So let's do that. 15 seconds, dude. And that gets me up to 400 feet right away. It's like awesome. You just chuck the plane, and by the time you've sat down and put on your goggles, you're comfortable. It's awesome. You're at 400 feet, and you're cruising, and I love it. I love auto launch. Okay. Set nav FW launch. Does this have quick completion, I wonder? Time. No, it doesn't. Time out equals 15,000. That's 15 seconds. Okay, and then I usually put the throttle up a little bit more too. So let's just do that. Set throttle to 1800. Launch is in the master block. Okay, well, I don't think I missed capturing it here, because it's not this. I must have I haven't captured this since my last changes. This C1 chaser is one that I forgot to do some things, and then I did it. So I should probably open a different file, but this one's from, yeah, no. A lot of old stuff here. Okay, anyway. Okay, what else do I do? 18th, this is all good. This is all good. I think I leave everything else pretty much alone. Spin up time. Well, launch min time, 0. Launch time out. Okay, let's do that command again. Now we can see what the current settings are. 15,000, where's the throttle? 1800. Max altitude. I usually put the climb rate up a little bit too. Let's do that. I mean, it just helps it get up there. I don't know. I like to get it up in the sky, away from the ground, if I'm going to be in my goggles as much as possible. Okay. At first, anyway. So, set equals, let's do 22. Now let's save. Advanced page with 2.6. It'll make things much easier. Oh, so it's going to be in the GUI now. Okay. Yep. Well, what killed me at first, my first auto launch was a failure because of the motor delay. Nav FW launch motor delay, which is defaulted to 500, which is what, half a second. That's too, I know, I guess it's to protect people's hands as a safety feature, but it's too long and the plane doesn't have enough time to get off the ground. So, and then, oh, sometimes I do have it, and I probably will. Let's go back to the CLI. Where is the launch idle throttle? Yeah, I got to set that too. So usually with planes, everything but the arrow, I usually have some throttle going at the beginning. So let's set nav FW launch idle throttle THR equals, I'm going to say 1300 at first. We'll see what happens. I might have to raise or lower that, of course. Oh, nope, 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 nope. Oh, I got an extra space in there. Gosh darn it. Okay. Okay, there we go. Let's save that. So that's basically all the setup that I do at the beginning of a flight controller for these Matek flight controllers, which is probably pretty standard for just about anybody, right? Calibrate it, set up the ports, or set up the mixer, of course, and the ports. Change some things here. But having a CLI, okay, so now what if I go, okay, so if I go to the CLI and go diff all, right? Yeah, with enough throttle idle set, it's impossible to have a failed launch. That is true, I think, too. Well, I need to, that's, okay, if that's true, then I need to up my throttle, idle throttle, on the FT Spear, which I have such a hard time doing. So maybe we'll do that right now as soon as we get done with this. Okay, so where was I? This was diff all. So what I need to do now is take this and copy to clipboard. Okay, and then go here and go here and go to my new file. Control N and then Control V for paste, and then that is our nice diff all. Okay, so we're going to save that as in my DFT, and we're going to 2.5.1 5.1 diff all text. Okay, so basically I can take these bits and copy them, but I have some alternate OSD layouts on my other plane that I like, so I need to just copy those into these CLI dumps and get all the planes consistent. Yes. And just throw the thing in a thermal. I know. Well, that's what I'm planning on. The Ranger 2000. I mean, that thing is going to float like crazy, right? I mean, it's just going to float and float and float. I have that silly, stupid twin Explorer wing that I have. That is this thing. Oh my God, there's a battery in here. This giant monstrosity that's a flying brick, basically. It floats forever. Let's get this one out of the way. This thing floats forever, and it doesn't, I can't imagine what the Ranger 2000. Okay, we got to get the battery out of here. It's crazy. This is a great plane to fly, though. I just have, the spar is broken in this wing, but I love my flight test planes, you guys. They're fun. All right. Ranger 2000. Okay, so I can show how I'm going to do this flight controller mount. This is the battery we're going to use on this plane too. So we're going to unplug the flight controller. We're all done. We're all done with this. Have we saved everything? We're disconnecting. We'll reboot. Thank you. Thank you very much. This is my second year in this house, and I make these. All these things are hung up with 3D printed hooks and stuff. So every time I make a new plane, I print out a new set of hooks. Okay, so let's get our flight controller and unplug it and see how we're going to mount this. So this thing is basically designed to go in this. I just did it, just finished it, of course, this 3D printed mount. This is just going to, this thing, if I can get it in. It does go in easily usually. There we go. Can't see. It's got a little bump out for the SD card. Okay, that's going to go in here. Like, oh, where's the GPS? Let me get the GPS part too. So here's the airspeed sensor. So I made a 3D printed mount for the airspeed sensor. This is I'm going to refine this a little bit by making a little curvature right on that there. But that is going to be mounted like this, and I hope it gets clean enough air right there. That's how we're going to do it. That's how the airspeed sensor is going to go. Crunch. Okay, so the flight controller goes with the little GPS mount. Oh, here's the GPS mount. So these kind of go together, and this whole thing's going to get glued in here. That's what I got to work on next after the soldering is all done. So it's going to go in like that. The GPS is going to be a little bit further back. Whoops. Oh my gosh. Yeah, here we go. And the GPS is going to be one of those just mini. It's got like a little recess in the top there to hold it. And yeah, I think it's pretty close. It's not totally over the CG, but it's pretty close. My idea is that it will give me enough room. This thing is on a slide mount. And so I can slide it out and plug the USB in if I need to. And then all the pin headers will be here. They'll be in the front, so that the idea is that I can access stuff and still, like, even though this Ranger 2000, I love this fuselage plasticky indestructible stuff, but I don't like the lack of hatches and things. There's no place to put anything that you can get access to. I mean, there's lots of room in here, but you can't get at it. So the air speed, I'm going to mount the other part, the other component, the module. So this kind of has to be facing straight forward. So yeah, I'm going to mount the module inside of here, probably try to glue it with some, I know you can't glue anything to this stuff either, I don't think. So I don't know how we're going to do that. So let me see. Blackburn has a lot of answers to answer for. I miss him, actually, you guys. Oh, is Andy here? Hi, Andy. So Andy's my flying buddy, so he knows all this stuff. We started kind of flying at the same time, and he did iNav before I was able to do it, and he did an AR wing, which is still fantastic. And Andy, you're a way better pilot than I am. So there you go. But anyway, this is kind of fun. You guys are all on here. I've been thinking of just doing this kind of workshop rambles when we can't go have flying days in the wintertime. Maybe it's a good idea. Can all just yapper about flying, buying my addiction to buying planes. I should take the camera over to the other side and show you all the planes I have in boxes waiting to be built. What's in the box game? Yeah. Demonetize the video. Anyway, so that's what I have to do. I don't know what I was going to do. I was actually going to start soldering. So that's what I'm going to start doing, you guys. Is while you guys can hang out all you want, I am going to prepare to solder this until dinner time tonight, which is going to be in a little bit. So let's do that. And I'm going to put all the 3D printed parts back in the bin. Excuse me. So, got to find all the pin headers. The idea is, do we want to get all fancy and do the, do we want to get all fancy and do the pin headers like in the colors? It's such a pain in the butt. So you have to take this whole thing apart, right? And then the question is would you do everything like, those are all grounds, so that would be all black. Then that would be, oh, see, that's not going to work. I think I'm going to try to find my other pin headers. Oh, I know what my problem is. I have a bunch that are angled and a bunch that aren't. I mean, none that are not angled for 3 pins. Okay. All my 3 pins ones are like this. So that's a lot of soldering to do on here, which you guys already know for these things. I'm going to put all these little screws back in here. And we're going to take this apart. Uh-oh. My little screwdriver's broken. It's stuck. Oh my gosh. That's what I'm going to buy myself for Christmas, is a pack of precision screwdrivers. Okay, here we go. Precision, precision. There we go. This'll work. That is a piece of crap. This is a nicer set. These Matek boards have these nice tiny little screws to hold it together, but don't lose them. They do give you some extras though. So the 722 WPX board is way better than this, I'm sure, because it has that separate USB daughter board which you can put anywhere you want. Okay. Washers. This is a nice setup though. Thank goodness for Matek. They make the best. It's funny, I used to curse Matek. Some of the first stuff I bought wasn't way before iNav. It was when I was building crappy wooden quads. I bought some Becks and stuff and they all died on me. I'm going to take all this plastic off, or maybe I should leave it on. I think I'm going to leave it on until I have to take it off. Yep. Okay. So we're going to put all, be smart and put all this stuff back in the bag. Came from Banggood, you can tell by that. Okay, so we should have kept this thing out because it kind of tells us what goes where. Very handy. Very handy. So we're going to definitely do all the servos. So we got pan and tilt and airspeed, buzzer, LEDs. We don't have to do any of this block. And we have to do TX3, and we have to do all the UARTs here. We have to do this is the camera VTX, and these are more UARTs. So we almost have to do can do it like that. Let's do that. I'm going to do it like this. So these three are going to go here. Okay. Then we can do LED. We'll do that in white. We'll be kind of colorful. How about we'll try to be colorful. Okay, we're not going to do SCL and SDA. We don't need that. Then we're going to do the UARTs. So we'll do another 3. We'll just do 2 groups of 3. Goes in like that. And another group of 3. Goes in like that. So that's the first thing I'm going to solder. So the first thing I'm going to do is get it all just stuck on Oh, so it doesn't do that. Okay. I'm going to do it like that. I'll probably have to move that around, but okay, time to fire up the equipment. Get some water going. There we go. Okay, we have some solder, and let's see what tip we have. We have our proper tip. See what's happening while it warms up. You have fun too. Thanks for joining. I'm honored that you came to my minimally attended live stream. Thank you. I watch like all your videos all the time, even though I can't understand German. I have some flux paste, yeah. Good luck, thank you. Thank you, thank you. 12:40 a.m. in Germany, yes, yes. I'm going to be partying off to dinner pretty soon too. I was supposed to only do it for an hour, but anyway, I'm still going to be on for a little while, and I really am honored that you came to my tiny live stream. Thank you. All right, let's get back to soldering. Here we go. Pull up a chair. I do have a flux pen. I suppose I could use it, shouldn't I? It's SRA solder. Does that sound familiar? People who watch Josh? Here comes some. There we go. Okay, we got some flux on there. Okay. And let's try to do this without burning our little one of these days we'll get an HD camera for this view. I don't think that was a very good joint. So you can see that I'm not the world's best solderer, but just a few more on this one. Oh, there's a bridge. Don't like that. And usually what I do, and I haven't done it this time, this is very stupid. Stop. You always cover up the parts of the board you're not working on. So if stuff splatters, it won't ruin your board. How do I know that? Because I've ruined a board. That's how. think I've gotten all of those. Yeah, that looks a little better. Okay, now we'll do these. I think I'm not touching the right part of the tip to the... This is not looking good over here. What am I doing wrong? All right, we're starting over. Uh-oh. One of my temperature alarms just went off on my server room at work. Oh, there's a bridge. Okay, so now we will get some alcohol and a Q-tip, except I'm out of Q-tips. Clean that up. Oh, look, I forgot a complete row. Shit. So that means we got to put some more flux right there. Okay. When they look like, you want it to look like a cone that goes up. Oops. Now I just filled in one of those pins. I don't want to do that. Oh well. That's okay. Let's clean it off again. Okay, so now we'll have to clean that off with alcohol probably. There we go. Those look good. We'll do some testing on them once we get all these other ones done. Okay, so now we're going to do groups of 2 again. I've got to get some more pin headers. So we'll do like... One, two, three, four. Oops. Right there. do white, I guess, for signal. We'll do this one next. More tape, a little bit more tape. Ah! What time is it? Okay, I've got about 15 more minutes until it's dinner time. Wondering if Flux Pen was good. Now I know. Yeah, Flux Pen works okay. Flux Pen definitely works okay. Sometimes you have to give it a few like pumps to get it going if you haven't used it for a while. All right, let's see if we can do a little bit faster, nicer soldering on this part here. And then, there we go. And let's see if we can get it right. It isn't sucking in like I like it to. It's taking longer for the heat. I don't know if it's something about this board or if it's my soldering today. It's taking some time for the heat to really build up over on these pins. Definitely want it to suck in on its own. If it's not doing that, then it's not hot enough. But that's definitely where the flux comes in. Really, once it sucks in, it really sucks in nice. There's not much space between the pins though, so when you're in the middle ones, you get bridges a lot. And you just wipe them off. Like that. There's a bridge. So just whoop. Wipe it away. Because it's not going to stick to the parts of the board that don't have copper. There's another bridge. So we'll just swipe it away. Whoa, whoa, we made a big mess there. We're making a big mess. get them one at a time. Oh my goodness. It's getting worse and worse. There we go. So here's what we're going to do here. See, when you get those spikies, take some more flux and put it on like that. And then let's hit it with some more heat. Because what I did was I got rid of all the flux. There, see? Oh, look at that. Nice. Okay. I think we've cleaned it up pretty good. So now we can clean it up. Clean it up, clean it up. Get some alcohol on there. Because flux is corrosive, so you want to get it off after you're done. And you should have a little, I have a little toothbrush, but it's disappeared. You have a little toothbrush hanging around, or a little bit of barbecue skewer or something to clean it up with. There. Okay, now we have made some progress. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a block of, where did my, here we go, 2. And that's going to go here. And then we're going to do it this way. 3 this way. Like so. Then we're going to do okay, VSW, do we want 9 volts or 5 volts for the camera? We want 9 volts. So we're also going to solder this little bridge over here. So we want 3 there. And then we will use the white again from this end. Yeah. I'm going to blow that one away. If I can get it in there. Might have to put it in first. Then put these in. Actually, we're going to do it like this. Oh, I don't know where that one's gone. we'll do it like this. I think we should get this bridge on first, so let's do that. So we'll put a little bit of, actually I'm not going to put flux here because I just kind of want it to be a big blob. Oh, but let's put some tape down. Better safe than sorry. Another temperature alarm. We'll have to see how long it stays up. I've got a graph right in front of me too. My whole life is watching it in the winter time. Believe it or not, in the winter it's worse than the summer, and that's a long story. It has something to do with the peculiarities of my current cooling system at work. So what we've done here now is put a blob There is a blob on the 5-volt pin too, but it's not touching the other two. Okay, so now we can put this in here like this. This in here like this. Oh, no, I'm missing something. Huh? Oh, this goes like this. Then this goes like this. It's a puzzle, folks. And this goes like this. Then we'll put in some right there too. That one's not going in. Ouch. Okay. So we've got our last bit to solder, which is this stuff right there. So here we go. I'll take a little look over here. I'm honored that I had some actual people attending my live stream today. I'll try it again in the future. Let's see, he said it was 12:40, so if I do it earlier in the day, the Germans can join too. It has to be like the Germans. Okay. Flux pen, and also a little bit of a smoke break here, viewers. So there were actual people watching. You actual people watching, I'm glad you're here. I'm new to this, as you can probably tell. but I like doing it. I just need to take a break for a second. All right, we're almost back. Gotta find some glasses. Here we go. Flux pen. So we're almost done with this portion of our show. Making myself laugh. Because we're going to be eating dinner here in just a few minutes. So don't break the SD card slot. The idea is not to break the flight controller as you prepare it for installation. Okay, now it's time to clean it up. Just a few more to go. That one doesn't want to go though. Okay. Oh, no. We haven't gotten all of them, folks. I got some flux all over my hands, though. Okay. bridge. Come on. These ones are being very kind of difficult. That one is not good. There we go. So when you get this basically pine tar all over, just give it some alcohol. You don't want to leave any of that stuff on there, the flux, because it is corrosive. So if you can at all avoid it, there we go. We have basically finished our flight controller, except for, no, we have not. We have not finished our flight controller. We have to do these right here. And we're going to go over here. What is this? What is N? Oops, shit, that's the wrong button. Okay, this one here. Okay, what is N? What is this? No connection? No connection. So we can just put in this black one here. Right. So we don't have to solder our pins directly there. We can actually plug in the ESCs if necessary. Okay. Flux pin. Oh, it's all over that. That's why. I'm even going to clean off my solder that has all this sticky. Okay. All right, here we go. This is about it, and then we're going to have to sign off for now. have another one soon. No. It won't suck in. Okay, first let's cover this with tape. And let's try a little bit harder to do this right, folks. Try to get the tip clean. Get it. God, why won't it? Jesus. Okay, I think we got it. Those two metal pins don't need to be connected. They don't do anything. Baby.
Are you filming?
I'm pausing.
It'll be a while.
Okay. I think I broke something, but it's fixed. Okay, so now we're going to do some testing. And in order to do that, we need our multimeter. And we kind of want to test all the grounds to see if they're connected. So we'll use a continuity tester. And we test the grounds. That's the first thing to do. And it's good to have this as a reference. So we know, for example, that these are all ground. So that should have connection with that. And that, and that, and that, and that, but not that, and not that, and not any of these, but all of these, not these, but those, but not that. These are grounds. That's a ground. That's not a ground. Oh yeah, those aren't grounds either. Okay. Okay, looks like we did good. 5 volts should all be. Not that one though. So these are 9 volts. Okay. Okay, it's hard to tell if that's working or not. That little solder bridge there. So the next thing we need to do is just tin up these. We'll do that with a bigger soldering iron. So I think what we'll do is call it the end of this stream. We'll be back for another stream on another windy day. And I'd like to thank everybody for coming along for the boring, probably pretty boring ride. But I do appreciate your community. We all like to fly our planes. So here are all the parts for my Ranger 2000. We'll put we won't put the flight controller back together quite yet. So we'll zip tie it up. We'll decide whether we're going to use the good, really nice Team Black Sheep VTX or the cheapo Eachine VTX. We'll start working on that. The other thing we have to do is flash the firmware. So actually that'll probably be the next live stream, is when we get to flash the firmware on this here device, which is an R9 Mini. So thanks for coming along for the ride. And actually we'll switch to the webcam. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Yes, we had a good time. Did we? I don't know. And so I appreciate you coming along. Oh, more chats. Let's see if I missed anything. What's up, Dad? Oh my God, it's my kid, Jeremy. Jeremy, are you still there? Z-Mite, I'm going to make you a moderator too. Jeremy's a moderator. Yeah. What's up, man? We need to go for a bike ride. Do you want to fly planes? No, I know you don't. All right, well, I have to go out to dinner. We're not going out to dinner, of course. I have to go out to the upstairs for dinner. So that's what I'm doing. Oh, I didn't switch to the webcam. See how stupid I am? I'm such a terrible... There I am. Okay. Now I'm on the webcam. I'm a very bad streamer. Oh, anyway, how's it going, Jer? I miss you. We should go for a bike ride. I caught like the last 20 minutes. Thanks. Thanks, you're very nice to me, even though it was probably terrible. All right, I gotta go eat dinner. We'll do another stream sometime in the near future. And I appreciate all the people that actually did come out, including Jeremy and Andy and the big guy, for the German dude from the iNav group, who I can't think of his name right now, who is like the most knowledgeable person. Anyway, I'm honored to have him on my stream too. I'm making a fool of myself, so I'll see you all later. We're going to do the end clip, do that, and we're out. Have a good one, you guys. I appreciate you watching.